Hello, I'm live. It says I'm live, so check it out. You just push play. Let me push play in the chat room to make sure. Okay. So welcome aboard, everybody. This is Sunday morning, and obviously we have waiver wire pickups today. So I thought, because let me show you. I have my screen sharing. I'm still learning this whole thing, but StreamYard. If you want to come on the show, if you want to come hang out with me, I can just all you need is a phone or a quick camera of some sort, or if you just want to come on with audio, you can. I put the link in the chat room. So, and then we'll figure out how to have guests. Oh, I have I have a guest already. Hello, Daniel. I don't. So I added him to the stream. I could hear his background, but I couldn't hear him talking. So, anyway, we'll talk to guests in just a minute. I wanted to show you pretty much why I came today out of the blue. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. I really wanted to forget birthdays this year. I just was telling Lenny that I just choose not to have a birthday this year. I'm 45. And but then I realized that if I don't have a birthday, I don't get to have birthday food, which I love, anyway, whatever. I could have birthday food anytime, but it's like, well, this year is going to be unique because we will have birthday food delivered, which is good too because we're homebodies anyway. So, okay, here's what's going on in Tout Wars. I am 3 wins behind Ian Kahn, and I've been like right at the top the entire season. And so this is how it works, because it was going to be matchups. So like it would be me against Alex Chamberlain this week, but because of the shortened season and because there wasn't going to be an appropriate number of matchups through this season, they decided that each week after Sunday, we would do it again. It would be everybody. So like my points for the week are 413. And then, but Ralph Lifshitz has 535 points for the week. So he would get 12 points, and then it would go down from there. So the person that comes in second would get 11 points. 11 wins is what we call them, 11 wins. And then, so if you came in second for the week, which I think I'm going to do, hopefully, I would get 11 wins and 1 loss. And that's how it would work. So the fact that Ian Kahn is not anywhere near the top of he's not doing well at all this week. He's got 368 points total. And today's the last day. So if I can place this week 3 spots higher than Ian Kahn and at least 1 spot higher than... Hi, Buzzard. I'm on the air. I'll call you back. Okay? Okay. That's Mark, Lenny's son. So, okay, so let's look at Arielle Cohen, who I'll be on his show this coming Thursday with Ryan Hallam, who is also in this league. The 3 of us will be doing it's Arielle Cohen's podcast this Thursday. Anyway, Arielle has 365. So, look, I don't see Arielle Cohen or Ian Kahn catching up with me this week. Both of them sustained serious injuries in this league, and I don't know if... Anyway, here's the deal. I have to pick up some players. Here's my team. This is the live scoring for yesterday. This is what we did yesterday. My pitching rules in this league. That's all there is to it. My pitching rules, and I was able to pick up Zach Plesac for $200. I paid for him, but he was totally worth it because innings are points in this league. So look, Patrick Corbin pitched 7 innings and I got 25 points from him. It's all about the innings pitched. And of course you don't, but here's my problem with hitting. Howie Kendrick, Justin Turner, Jay Bruce, and Jorge Soler are all on the injured list. I think I need to replace Asdrubal Cabrera because he's just not hitting at all. I wouldn't mind replacing Austin Riley, and these are just players that, like, I just picked up Austin Riley last week. I thought he would be okay for this week. So here's now what we have. I did a lot of research on these players that are available in this particular league, but I figured since since I've done this, I might as well share and help you guys maybe pick up some players with what I found. So the first thing I look at with these players is, of course, Candelario is hitting like crazy. Alex Dickerson, his stats look really good, but this is just a one game, one game where he had 3 home runs in one game, and it really padded his stats for the week. So what I do like to do is I put them all into a Fangraphs leaderboard, and you can add all your custom players right here. I added all of these players that I wanted to look at a little closer. And the first thing I look at immediately, right now I have these, for the last 7 days, I have these players sorted by their offensive, right here, offensive number. You could sort by WAR, or you could, whatever. We don't use defense, so I tend to, like, the first glance look at it, the last 7 days, sorted by offense, and then immediately I look at strikeout rate, because any player that is striking out, like, let's look at this. Oh no, that's the walk rate. Let's do strikeout rate. Walk is good. So strikeout rate, like, here's another thing I look at. The number of games this week needs to be taken into consideration if you are fighting for a spot. Like, if you're trying to place in your league, you have to look at the number of games that are being played this coming week. Today, the Padres are playing a doubleheader against the Giants. So because of that, I'm looking at it starting tomorrow. I'm looking at the game starting Monday through. My first segment is going to be Monday through Thursday, and then we could change our lineups on Friday. But for now, I'm looking at Monday through Thursday, and then overall, of course. So according to my notes, the Cardinals play 10 games this week. Okay. 6 of those games, though, are only 7 innings apiece. That, I don't know if you want to take that into consideration, but it's something. It's a less innings. You say 10 games, but 6 of them only have 7 innings. And then the Marlins and the Pirates, they both play 9 games this week. The Pirates have all home games. And so these right here, it has Harrison Bader. The reason that he's on this list, he's horrible, but the reason that he's on this list is because he plays for the Cardinals. And anybody, like, I am definitely paying special attention to people that are hitters on the Cardinals, the Pirates, the Marlins. The Marlins have all 9 games at home. It wasn't the Pirates that have all 9 games at home. It was the Marlins. Let me look here. At RotoWire, they have great tools. This one right here, if you like, this is going to start tomorrow. This is the projected stats for the week. Okay. Now, Jose Abreu is going to have a great week, but look at, there's some players on here that could be available in your league. Like Aguilar. Aguilar is a huge pickup this week. If you are in, I mean, this is no doubt about it. He went 3 for 4 last night with a home run, an RBI. He scored 3 runs last night. And I don't know if this is blocking the screen, but I have to make my notes bigger. Aguilar. In the past, okay, so since September 4th, I did his numbers from September 4th to September 12th. He's batting .324 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 7 walks, if you can imagine. I said .324 batting average. 12 hits, 3 doubles. I mean, this guy, we know already that he has power and potential, and the Marlins are playing all of their games at home. Even though actually Aguilar doesn't hit as good at home. Nobody does, because it's Miami, right? Their ballpark is not easy for hitters. Anyway, Aguilar is a must grab for me in this league that I'm talking about right now. I'm definitely going to try to be picking up Aguilar. Now, the next one on the list that I have here, Adam Duvall, of course. Look at Adam Duvall. Seriously, since September 1st, he has 8 home runs, since September 1st. Now, is this gonna like, which of these players is going to literally fall off a cliff as soon as I put them on my roster? That's the question of the day. And so that's why I definitely go to Fangraphs. I look at their strikeout percentage, and because to me, a strikeout percentage is the best indicator of whether or not a player is about to fall off a cliff or not. Because if they show that they can at least have decent plate discipline, and if they're going to strike out over 20% of the time, then maybe they walk over 10% of the time. I'll be okay with that because at least they're getting on base. If they're batting at the top of the order, this is all stuff that it takes time to like go through and find all this information out. So with Duvall, let's check him out. So he strikes out 22.6% of the time. The thing about that, though, he's walking 12.9% of the time. Does he play every day? Let's check it out. Since September 1st, he's played in 12 games, and that's 12 days. So he's playing every day. He's getting plate at bats every day. Since September 1st, Adam Duvall has scored 14 runs, 8 home runs, 16 RBIs. This is like a full season of some players' stats right now with this guy. Is he going to? I don't know. The thing about Duvall for me is I'm pretty sure that he's going to cost a lot of money in this particular league. I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to want to spend the amount of money that it's going to take to get Duvall. So do I try? Sure. Do I expect to get him? No. Definitely put in a contingent bid for this specific transaction. Then you have Candelario on the list. Let's see what Candelario qualifies at first, third. That's kind of nice for him. Let's see what he's doing in the strikeout percentage. Only 16% of the time he strikes out. Okay, that's really great. That's just in the last week, though, right? Let's see what he does the rest of the time. Heimer Candelario, 23%. So that's great for me. I'm very pleased with that. And I will be bidding on Candelario. The Detroit Tigers. Anyway, let's go back to this one that projects the stats for the coming week. Joe Adell is on here. Everybody wants to love Joe Adell. It seems like he might actually be starting. I think he might be hitting right now. Oh, okay. Here's Shogo Akiyama. Shogo Akiyama has been a very big disappointment in my world, but I shouldn't probably hold this against him because Akiyama is stealing bases. I can't remember if he bats at the top of the order or not, but he's on all these lists. He's popping up on all these lists. So I'm definitely taking another look at Akiyama, even though I drafted him in this league and I dropped him. And I also drafted Josh Bell in this league and dropped him. So Josh Bell, let's talk about him for a moment. Josh Bell, find him in my notes somewhere. Maybe I don't have him. I don't really need notes on Josh Bell. I could tell you exactly what the deal is with him. He's hitting right now, and I could have sworn I took down his. Hold on. Josh Bell must add. Okay. He's been horrible. He went 3 for 4 with a home run. A 2-run homer. He's 7 for 14 over his last 4 games. And he hit his first home run since late August. He's hitting now. I think this might be his second home run of the week. Baseball Savant places him in the top 10 percentile for exit velocity, and also at the same time, they have him near the bottom quarter of the league in expected slugging, which, okay, he's fine. But Pirates have a lot of games this week. Josh Bell looks like he's heating up. I dropped him. I'm about to pick him back up if I can. He's a must-add for sure. The fact that he's even available in this league. Akiyama. Okay, what about Arozarena? Let's talk about Randy Arozarena. He's probably hitting as hot as anybody right now. I have him on my list here. Look at his strikeout. Look at his strikeout to walk ratio. He's walking 0, and he's striking out 31.3% of the time. Although, look at his batting average on balls in play. They say not to look at that anymore, but I still do glance at it, especially since it's right in front of my face. But look at his defense is negative. Okay, fine. His offense is okay. He's just I'm not bidding on him. I do not like the 33%, 31% strikeout rate. Jared Walsh is on the list. Let's talk about Jared Walsh. He's right here for the Angels. Is he going to get playing time? That's a big question for me. I don't know for sure that he's going to get playing time, enough playing time to really be the type of player that I'm going to spend money on today, because I have to have players that are going to be in there every minute of the day for the whole week. I need them all. And Jared Walsh, let's check out the depth charts while we're at this. This is RotoWire. They have lots of really great tools. Every year they get more tools. And a lot of times I can really do most of my research right on RotoWire, and I absolutely love it. Look, he's listed as the starting first baseman for the Angels, but Albert Pujols is there, and let's look at their DH. They have Ohtani at DH. All right, so Walsh is a no-go for me because let's look at his, right down here, you can find out. See all these colors? They help people. They help you to see immediately what he's good at and what he's horrible at. Okay. He's just okay, and then you have contact. Look at his contact. He's making 82% contact, right? That is not normal, and that is not sustainable at all, because he never did that even in the minor leagues, but he did. Look, he played at AAA in both 2018 and 2019. He's always had an issue with strikeouts, so I do not believe. Overall, he's striking out 16% of the time, but I don't believe it, because in the last week, I think they've started to figure him out. I'm not going to be bidding a lot on Jared Walsh. I don't even, like Lenny said, I don't even know who he is, to be honest. So he has 6 strikeouts and 12 RBI in the last week. That's really good, but not good for strikeouts. All right, I found this guy at RotoWire. I don't need to replace my catcher, but I know that some of our chat room people were looking to replace catcher, and I was lucky enough. I picked up Austin Nola early, just started out having horrible luck with catchers this season right off the bat. Victor Caratini is, I think he's going to get everyday playing time for the most part, because he's going to get everyday playing time at the DH, not as the catcher. Wait a minute. He is going to go to catcher, and then Wilson Contreras is going to come out from catcher and play DH. So Victor Caratini is going to be playing catcher. Either way, he qualifies at catcher, and Jose Martinez will sit down to the alternate site, and so that means that he should be able to get a decent number of at-bats. Is he going to be any kind of quality? I don't know, but he should get opportunity. He doesn't have any home runs, and he has 10 RBIs through 99 plate appearances. That was as of Friday. Okay, Tommy Pham. What do you think of Tommy Pham? Is Malpal here? Malpal? Rottweiler, good morning. Nice to see you. Okay, Alex Dickerson. We did talk a little bit about him at the beginning. I just feel like all of his stats are crumbled up into one really good game. Let's take a look at him. I know, see, Rottweiler is a big Giants homer, so why should I be surprised that Dickerson is on the top of his list for picking up players? Let's see him. I'd rather pick up Corey Dickerson. Okay. Look, on bench against lefty, that's a bad sign immediately. Let's look at what he does against lefties. He bats 222 against lefties and 272 against righties. Last 7 days, he has 1 home run. But look at he has this one game on September 1st where he hit 3 home runs and drove in 6. And the rest of the time, he's just, if you have other options, I would, and look at his plate appearances. Look, I don't know if you guys can see this good. His plate appearances, they dwindled recently, big time. He was getting all of these 4 plate appearances. Maybe they were playing in double headers, so maybe no, because these are all by the day. Why hasn't he been getting a lot of at-bats and plate appearances lately? You can see a definite decrease in appearances there. DFS. Okay, you punk. Leonard, behave. Okay, Alfaro or Stallings as the second catcher. Lenny said Alfaro, of course, because I said Stallings. The reason that I said that I didn't choose Alfaro in the first place was because he's had just a miserable season. He's hit 1 home run so far. Now, I just think that, now here's the thing though, look at what team he's on. Look what team he's on. They're playing 9 home games this coming week. Maybe I'd take that back a little bit. I seriously think that the schedule matters in this situation. This week, in this end of the fantasy baseball season for this year specifically, the next 7 days is the most important 7 days. Jacob Stallings is not that much better, but he definitely has a better batting average. And Pittsburgh, and the Marlins. Maybe you chose these 2 catchers just because of this. I don't know. I shouldn't put that past you, Shaman, because you're a pretty smart guy. But the Pirates are looking at 9 righties. Let's see how Stallings does against 9 righties. So in 2020, he's batting only 239 against right-handed pitchers and 375 against lefties. He's always been better against lefties, this guy. And so that doesn't look good. Lenny, the Cubs, the Royals, the Giants, they're scheduled for 5 games. And San Francisco, of course, we don't know for sure about that one because they are making up one of those games today. Anyway, I would probably, let's see what Jorge Alfaro's done in the past week or so. Last 7 days. Of course, his only home run of the season. But he's batting 348. Look at that. I would definitely take Alfaro for this week because of the fact that Stallings is not that great against right-handed pitchers, and Pittsburgh plays a ton of all righties, goes against all righties. The Orioles face 5 lefties. The Orioles are scheduled to face 5 lefties. The Pirates 9 righties. Orioles face 5 lefties. I already said that. And that's really, the Marlins have all their games at home. The Cardinals, obviously, I'm wearing my Cardinals shirt today just because of this, because I figure I'm going to try to grab Cardinals. Let's look at who's available now here for Cardinals. I've already made some. I do want to interact with you guys, though. Will Smith has been okay lately, but I can see why you would want to replace him. Rottweiler says that the Giants are the team of misfits who have nothing to lose and are playing incredible this year. And that's probably why they're doing so well, right? Because they have nothing to lose, just like the Marlins. And I mean, so I love Wilmer Flores. I'm a big fan of Wilmer Flores. He probably got traded when I wasn't looking. But I liked him when he was on the Mets, and I like him now for sure. He's still on the Giants. Let's look at the depth charts for the Giants. Misfits. Yeah, I wouldn't say misfits, but I love Kevin Gausman. I've been trying to talk about, Kevin Gausman I've been a fan of, and nobody believed me going into the season, but I think he's pitching pretty well. I have to say I didn't really believe myself as much as I claimed to, or else I'd probably have drafted him on a team or two, but I didn't. So anyway, is Olson a bad move over Moreland? Why would Matt Olson be a bad move? I don't really get why he was dropped in the first place. What the hell is going on? Because last I checked, Matt Olson was hitting really good. 13 home runs. He bats 205. So what? I don't care about it. Especially not in points league. But what has he done recently? Look, he's hitting. He's getting hits every day. I don't know why in the world Olson would be a bad move. Oakland plays enough games. I mean, Oakland is playing, let's see, Oakland. Here's the projected starters. Oakland's playing a doubleheader tomorrow, and then they have Tuesday and Wednesday they're playing, so they're going to Colorado. Ooh, Colorado. So Matt Olson is like gold right now. I don't get why Matt Olson would be bad choice, especially since we don't even know. Like, I don't understand the whole San Francisco COVID thing, though. Rottweiler, please enlighten me here. How could somebody test positive for COVID and then they're playing the next day? Or like, what, they only canceled, I guess, 2 games because Friday night was when they canceled the first one. So do explain to me how this must not have been a player that got COVID. Right? So he's typing now. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see who else we have on the list. I love Mitch Moreland. Believe me, I think Mitch Moreland should be owned. I have him on this league right here. Right here, Mitch Moreland at the top. I have him active. But I have to replace Asdrubal Cabrera. This is not good for him. He just hasn't been very good. The last 14 days, he's hitting 188. So I guess the last couple of days, he's been okay. But look, he's striking out a ton. I don't think he gets the bat around as quick as he used to. I just think, he started off the season really good. But look at all the... Yeah, and I think I need to replace Asdrubal Cabrera, but can I even be this picky when I have Howie Kendrick? I have to replace Howie Kendrick. I can look at Asdrubal Cabrera qualifies at first, second, third base. That's really helpful, but what's the point if he's not hitting? So I have to replace Jorge Soler. I can put him on the DL or the IL. And then I think that Justin Turner is coming back this Tuesday. I'm not positive though, man, and I need to know this. Jay Bruce is useless. Cavan Biggio is on my reserve list because you have to, in order to replace players in this league, you have to have them active. So that's why he's on the bench. But Mitch Moreland, now we didn't know for sure that he was going to get everyday playing time, just like we didn't know for sure that the Red Sox were going to give him everyday playing time. But the fact of the matter is that if you hit, you get in the lineup. And not only that, but Eric Hosmer is now hurt in San Diego, so with a broken finger. And Mitch Moreland is going to be playing pretty much every day. So he might still sit against certain left-handed pitchers, but he should be in the lineup for the most part against all righties. And he's only actually rostered in like half of the fantasy baseball leagues. And that was like as of Thursday or Friday. So I really do think Mitch Moreland is great. He will not hurt you in batting average. He does not hurt you in strikeouts. He gets on. He's just, you know what Mitch Moreland is? He's a set it and a forget it. And he is so underrated in fantasy. Like this offseason when the COVID thing happened, Mitch Moreland built a batting cage in his barn. like this huge barn. He made it into a batting cages, one big batting cage, basically. And that's what he did. He, the players like that are just really dedicated to working hard. So Rottweiler, he says the tests are BS. Yes. Okay. Yes, I agree. The tests are BS. The whole thing is whack. The whole thing is too weird, no matter where on the spectrum you fall as politically. The whole COVID thing doesn't make much sense, okay, all around. So, but what he said that, I mean, because you're in San Francisco, so I figure you have like the lowdown on what's going on. The tests are BS, and they must have tested negative twice already, but that's kind of odd since they just got, like, this happened at not, like, the players were already out on the field. The pitchers were getting ready to throw the first pitch on Friday night. They were getting ready to do their moment of silence for the people that passed away in 9/11. And all of a sudden the game is called off because of a positive COVID test. So I say, okay, that it just seems so weird to me that they would be, now they're playing a doubleheader. That's Friday to Sunday. The person that got COVID, according to The Athletic, said that they thought they got it from either their family member or their friend in San Diego, one of their friends in San Diego, which is odd in itself because it takes like 10 days for this stuff to show up. Who knows? I don't know. I just figured you'd have the lowdown. They tested positive Friday and negative Saturday. Oh, a false positive. Oh, that's good. That could be. Yes, that could totally be false positive. So maybe that's why Rottweiler said the tests are BS. Okay, moving on. Malpal's in San Diego and Rottweiler's in San Francisco. So we have two rivals in the chat room right now. Malpal. Okay. I've met both of you in person. I've met both of your families. Tell your wives hello, both beautiful ladies, okay? Two rivals in the chat room. We just happen to meet on the same trip. I think the same trip. So, look, I mean, never mind. I was going to talk about Bell's palsy for a second, but I was going to say, look at my smile is totally coming back, and it's still off. Like, one side of my face still doesn't work completely, but with the other side at least. So anyway, both of you saw me at the peak of Bell's palsy. Anyway, Ryan Braun, he's not on the list. You won't find him on this, like, right at the top of this. These are sorted by the number of points that these players have earned in the past since September 1st. And Ryan Braun is way down here. Ryan Braun, though, is an interesting one because he obviously, look at his track record, and we know what he does year after year. Obviously, he's getting a little older, and he's not hitting like he used to. He's only has 4 home runs on the season and 16 RBIs, but he had back issues, and those back issues that caused issues with his playing time. And so prior to missing 3 games at the end of August and the beginning of September, he had a 182 batting average, 239 on base percentage, horrible, with 2 home runs and 9 RBIs in 19 games. So, but since he's returned, which would be, I have his stats from September 4th to September 12th, he's hitting 389 with 7 RBIs, 2 home runs, and a triple. I mean, Ryan Braun is hitting right now. Now, where do the Brewers stand as far as their schedule this week? I would say something about let's see, the Milwaukee Brewers here. A doubleheader Monday, a doubleheader Wednesday, and a single game on Tuesday. Looks like they're facing mostly righties. They have 2 lefties here that they're facing. Why not pick up Braun, right? Let's look at the depth charts. Let's see, Brewers will be up here. Oh. He's playing right field. Starting right fielder. DH, I'm sure I don't know why they don't just put him there at DH. He's probably much better at DH than he is right fielder, but I don't care. Whatever. I'm going to bid on Ryan Braun for sure. Because in this case, I don't want to depend on rookies. That's one thing that's important for me. For me, not necessarily for everybody, but I do not like to be putting hope in rookies this time of year. And if I can find somebody that has shown me in the past that they can play and they can hit, I'm good with that. Travis Shaw, what do you do with Travis Shaw? He can play first base, third base, but he has hit like here and there, but I'm not going to be bothering with him. Ty France is on this list. These are, Bobby Dahlbeck. How could you not bid on Bobby Dahlbeck? Well, I can tell you that I will not bid on him based on his strikeout percentage. It's 40%. He is about to fall off a cliff. Like Austin Riley. That is another one I have to replace, I think. What has Austin Riley been doing for me? Just this last week I picked him up. He did jack shit, okay? And I'm sorry for the language, but he has done nothing for me. 1 RBI in the past 7 games. He's got to go. He's going to get replaced today. We're going to do this. I'll show you what I have bid on so far. I can't wait to win this league. I'm literally going to be in first place after today. I'm going to be in first place with nobody else tied with me. Cross my fingers, okay? Jorge Soler is going on look at France. I have both of these guys. I have to get rid of this. This is no bueno. Delete him. Do I delete Ty France? Maybe I'll put him 4th in the order. I got to delete him, though. He's not. See, I'm going to get rid of him, too. We got to pick up Ryan Braun instead of these people. Rio Ruiz, I like him. I like his consistency. He doesn't have great plate discipline, but I still do. Let's put 1, 2, 3. Now we are going to add contingency. This is probably boring for you guys. I shouldn't be doing this right now. I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to anyway. You guys, Ryan Braun's going on here. How much should I bid on him? I have $76 left. I'm going to bid 5 on Braun. No, God, I don't know. 76 is okay. How many games do we have left? I think I'll have this week and one more week of picking up players if I need to. So I should probably bid 12 on him. Okay. Then let's add a contingency to that. Another hitter that we want to add is Aguilar for sure. He's going to be gone, though. I bet you I'm not going to get Aguilar. How much would you guys bid for Aguilar? I'm just going to put 10 for now, but I do want your input in the chat. So I just want to look at this. DJ Stewart, you could tell I did this before I did really some studying. What about Andres Jimenez? He's been okay. I do think he's okay to pick up if you need someone and he's available. Adam Duvall, I'll put him here. Miguel Cabrera's got to go. Travis Shaw, no more for me. I got to put Josh Bell on here. Josh Bell is here. Jed Jerko. Let's look at Jed Jerko for a minute. Is he on this? Okay. Jed Jerko is on the Brewers. He's only striking out 11% over the past week. Let's see. Let's see where he... Jed Jerko, the starting first baseman for the Brewers. This could be okay. grab. Last 7 days, 2 home runs, 353 average. He's had 17 at bats. He could be a decent pickup. Look at it. Look at him. He strikes out a lot, but that's okay because it's a points league, really. And I don't know. He does take a walk, it looks like, for this season. His contact rate's down. He's getting older. He's only 31. You guys 2 solo home runs the other day. That's not good. That makes the stats go up high when you do that both in the same day. Let's see. He hits righties really good, too. 333 against righties. I'm going to bid on him. I'm going back to the chat. Thank you. You're so nice. Okay, good. So the false positive on the San Francisco Giants, that's wonderful hearing that news. The Bueller thing, Walker Bueller thing, okay, it has the shaman stuck. He probably won't be back until September 20th. And that is like way too late. So France, what is France a good ad, you guys? Is France, let's look at France. It sucks to even think or consider dropping Bueller. I actually picked him up, just like you picking up Matt Olson. I don't know what Matt Olson was doing on the waiver wire, by the way. So, but this is fun. Like, this is super exciting. To me, I'm going to be excited all day. I'm going to be walking around excited all day because I love this, how it's not, I guess for lack of a better word, it's not boring. It's not like long, drawn out, like, oh God, I got to do I got to do Fab again this week, or especially head-to-head leagues, I think are extra fun because they've been like, you can pretty much, you could have the surprises that we've seen this year have been exciting. The opportunity that we've seen for young players has been exciting. Just the whole thing in general has been exciting. Maybe I'm just excited because my teams are doing well. Most of my teams are doing well. So and I don't even care if I win this league, if I win Tout Wars, I will love it. I will feel great about it. And it doesn't matter to me, even though it's going to have an asterisk next to it, whatever. I will be able to say that I won Tout Wars, and I will have my own food named after me at the restaurant. I don't know what restaurant, because our favorite restaurant now and bar that we go to every year in Manhattan is closed down, Foley's. So we'll have to find another restaurant that will let us create a menu. And we also get our face put on these Tout Wars dollars that you get to spend on drinks every year at the bar, whatever bar we go to. There's no bar like Foley's, though. Foley's is going to be very much missed. So let's talk about today. DFS today, we have another tool that I use at RotoWire, which is the batting versus pitcher matchups, the batter versus pitcher matchups. So every day this changes. Every day you can customize a report if you want. But here I usually sort it by hits and extra base hits against a pitcher. So, some people would maybe sort it by position. That's always helpful when you're trying to pick out who you want at FanDuel. But let's start off with how I had it sorted, which is extra base hits. And Jock Peterson crushes Zach Greinke. That's just the way it is. He's had in 28 at bats, he hits 321 against him. With 9, he strikes out 9. So he is definitely anyway, 7 extra base hits, 2 home runs. I'm going to see, first of all, you have to make sure that he's playing. You have to make sure that he's going to be in the lineup, because I'm not sure that he plays every day. And he's not even in this matchup, of course. Wait. Yeah, so this is single entry. It's $5 to get in. I always love to play single entry tournaments. Pretty much that's it. So we're going to be using these games up here at the top. I don't know if you guys can see it good, but this is kind of like a test to see how this looks and stuff. So anyway, bear with me. let's pick a first baseman. You guys, it looks like Jock Peterson, but he's not in the games that we're playing in this league. Renato Nunez against J.A. Happ. That's pretty good. I like that one. Gosh, look at him. 4 home runs and 19 at bats. So let's try Nunez. Is he in this league? Yay for us. He's right there for 2,900. Second baseman. Hanser Alberto. Kiki Hernandez. He's not that good. Just because he has home runs doesn't mean he's good. He's batting 200 against Greinke, and I really don't like that matchup, Greinke. Plus, that game isn't even on our list. So, Hanser Alberto against J.A. Happ. Brandon Lau. I love what he's doing this year. I really do like him. Let's do a pitcher first. So, Lance Lynn for 9,000. You do like that. What about Pineda? You got to go a little bit against the grain because I think there's hundreds of people in this tournament, right? I don't know if Max Scherzer is the key here, or Ryu. I'm not sure that Ryu is the key either. I do like Lance Lynn. I do not like the fact that they're hitting against Oakland, but okay. Andrew Haney, I have in Tout Wars. This league, I have him. He was horrible last time out, I think. I think he actually was negative points. No, he had 18 in FanDuel. 5 innings. Let's see. Today, he's going up against who? Colorado. Hell no. We stay away from this one. Charlie Morton, is he going to get to pitch more innings now? Because he's had a couple outings since he's been back off of the injured list. And Carlos Martinez, what's he going to get to do? Cincinnati at St. Louis today. Carlos Martinez, only pitching 3 innings, and I'm not very comfortable with that. So let's look at Morton. Is he going to pitch more innings this time against Boston? He did pitch 5 last time. I think I'm going to choose him. Look, on August 4th, he pitched against Boston, 5 2/3, struck out 5. This is definitely my choice for pitcher today. Charlie Morton, okay? I hope it works. So because we saved lots of money on pitching, we can get better hitters. So who do we want then? I like to sort these by the last 3 or 5 games, and then I sort it by the fantasy points per game for the last 3 games. And it tells you how many games they played out of the last 3 games and how much points on average that they've earned. So I think I'm going to take my boy here, Brandon Lau, lefty. Let's see who's pitching for Boston. It doesn't matter who's pitching for Boston because they're not good, whoever they are. Sorry, Boston. I like you and all, but I'm not going to bet money on you this year. Look at Maikel Franco. He's been pretty good. They're playing Pittsburgh today. Let's look at third baseman. In my tool, third baseman. No third baseman on the list. But we could tell you which ones to stay away from. A whole list of them. Ozzie Albies. Stay away from Ozzie Albies. Stay away from Longoria, Frazier, Carpenter. Okay. Will Myers. Whiff Myers today. Oh, stay away from K. Davis for sure. I wasn't even thinking of going near K. Davis ever again. Paul DeJong. Okay, don't put him on the line. Ahmed Rosario, no bueno. Let's see these. Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman against Max Scherzer he's owned. Max Scherzer owns Freddie Freeman. In 39 at-bats, he hits 179 off of Max Scherzer. Don't roster him today. Dansby Swanson gets owned too by Max Scherzer. So against Johnny Cueto, Whiff Myers hits 136. And Votto can't hit Carlos Martinez. These are interesting too. Lance Lynn looks like he's hot on the list. I don't think he's that hot, though. Oakland's not hitting that bad against them. 269 batting average, although they do have 32 strikeouts and 93 at-bats. And you know you're going to get a few strikeouts from K. Davis. What a crappy pick, K. Davis. I sure wish I would have drafted Buxton over K. Davis this year. Hey, buddy, you're selling. Oh, look it. I'm so happy that you're going to be running for school board. That's great. We need more people like you in the public school system, dude. Both of you and your wife. I think we need more people like you guys. For real, we have problems. We talked about this on the phone. And I really appreciate that we can have great conversations and disagree on things without hating each other's guts or calling each other names. That is really nice. And it seems like it's fewer and farther between lately, which I guess that's the times we live in. But I just want to say thanks for that. So I would absolutely vote for you if I was in the Bay Area. I should tell Howard Bender to make sure he goes and votes for you, but I'm sure he'll already be doing it. So, yeah, I will not take Greinke today. Do not take Greinke today. Do not take J. Happ today. Oh, I like that Baltimore is. Okay, let's go back to FanDuel and finish our daily thing. Do you guys have any suggestions? Okay, he wants to know how much Clevenger is today. Clev. Oh, I don't think he's in this specific matchup because we would have seen him. Let me take a look at a different contest. Let's see, we want the full roster, all the games, right? That's 9 games. What time are they playing? What time are they playing, dude? This one, it doesn't have them either. Oh, they're playing all day today. I don't know what. It seems like. One p.m. and 5:10 p.m. Okay. I don't know where to find them, though. Here we go. They're not in any of these matchups. What the hell? How do I find these? I'm not really that sure how to. I know I gotta definitely go to MLB, and then I want to choose what teams. Can I choose sort contest by? Single game. Single games. Let's try that. I don't know what single games they are. How annoying is this? You should be able to choose what games. I bet there's a way. I bet there's a way to find out where, there has to be a way to find out. Oh, here's some. Here we go. This will be the 1:05 p.m. schedule. Let's see. 2:35 is Oakland, and then no, none of these. So here we go. 1:10 scheduled. They're not there. Okay. Look, they have a snake draft now at FanDuel. I don't know. You get to draft 6 players. That looks pretty cool. I don't know how they would get the players all together at the same time, though. It would be like the draft starts as soon as the league fills up. So I just feel like as soon as I walk away from the computer, the draft will start and I won't get players that I want. And then I'll get auto drafted or something. I don't really know how to. Okay, so here's this 12:35 slate. Let's try this late slate. Okay, here's Colorado here on this one. We have that on the late 3:07 slate. And this one, here's 3:10. Let's try this one. 3:10. Okay, LA Angels at Colorado. So the first game is not going to be 3:10. So the first game is not going to be on here. Let's check this out. So does Clevenger pitch in the morning? I bet he does, right? I bet Clevenger is not even on the list anymore because he pitches in the morning. They don't have any. I don't know how much Clevenger is, but has he been pitching well? I don't have him on any of my teams. So let's go back over here to, I get sidetracked. Third base. Jed Jerko. Yes, why not? Jed Jerko. He makes 18.7 fantasy points over the last 3 games. I like Jed Jerko. I'm going to pick him today. We have lots to spend now. 3,700 a player. Not enough. Trey Turner's been stealing some bases lately. Finally. We can sort it by salary, or we could sort it by the number of points per game over the last 3 or 5 games. I like Tim Anderson at home. Just willy-nilly, that's what I'm doing. The reason that I like to play daily is because I do like to look at it. Helps me it helps you keep up on the players and what they're doing. Helps you get to know players too that you would never otherwise know. So let's see what outfielders are doing lately. Acuna got hurt the other day. I thought he couldn't walk on his feet, or he got hit by a pitch, I believe. Conforto's been hitting very good. With Merrifield, Ozuna, he had like 6 hits the other day in the same game. Let's look at our handy little batter versus pitcher. Jock Peterson, Nunez, Kiki Hernandez. He's not hitting good. And Corey Seager. Look at Corey Seager. But this, once again, the Dodgers just have Greinke's number, don't they? Look at Corey Seager against Greinke. 16 at bats. He's batting .438, 3 home runs. I mean, they don't just like hit Greinke. They crush Greinke. Jock Peterson, Cody Bellinger. This is not, I don't know if this is indicative of like long term. I mean, obviously 24 at bats against him. It's enough to at least make somewhat of an assessment about Greinke against the Dodgers this year, at least. Jose Iglesias against J.A. Happ. He's good. J.A. Happ is not having a great year. Semien. Acuna against Scherzer. Look at that. Jason Hayward likes to hit Adrian Hauser, though. 10 at bats. He has a home run, 2 RBIs, and 300 batting average. No fracture and came back blazing. That's great. Okay, that's great. So let's pick him today. He's probably going to cost so much. Okay. Do I really like him against Max Scherzer? I don't think I do. Who would you guys? Nelly Cruz been hitting good lately. Cleveland at Minnesota. Cleveland. You always got to wonder who's pitching for Cleveland. Oh. Tristan Mckenzie's pitching for Cleveland. Notorious for bringing up good pitching. Look at him, dude. Holy moly. He's pitching 5 innings. He's going 5 innings each outing. He's not walking a lot of batters. He strikes out a decent amount. Tristan Mckenzie. I should know him by now. Look at what he's been doing. I mean, I know his name, but I should know what he's doing. I don't have him on any team, obviously, so he's kind of a surprise to say the least, but that's great for him. But Minnesota, I don't like that matchup against Minnesota. What about Michael Pineda? Michael Pineda comes back after being suspended, and he's pitching well. And I got to say, I used to really like Michael Pineda, and I really thought he had a lot of really good potential going forward, but he didn't. As soon as he got traded to the Yankees, he just has been kind of a wackadoo, really, to be honest. A wackadoo. All right, how much do we have for player? 3,400. Let's sort by salary. Michael Conforto, I think I like. Oh, he's going against Ryu today. That's no bueno. Castellanos hasn't been hitting very good. This is let's find a bad pitcher and then find some hitters that are going up against a bad pitcher. Like, for instance, oh gosh, look at, why is Adrian Hauser way at the bottom of the money? What happened to this guy? I shouldn't do this in public. I should okay, he pitched 4 innings. Why is he took the loss against Detroit on Tuesday. He went 4 2/3, 5 runs on 4 hits and 2 walks. He struck out 6. He's opened it up with 3 scoreless frames. Is he pitching today? This is so weird that he is that cheap. Why is he this cheap? He's going up against Alec Mills today against the Chicago Cubbies. Shoot, I'm so tempted to put him in. Why? Thank you, Rottweiler. Anyway, I got to figure out why he is so cheap, and I think I might add him instead. Put him in as my pitcher. I don't know why this is why is he cheaper than Ryan Castellani? Pick a Pirates pitcher. Okay, to go up against or what? Okay, so we want to take Kansas City hitters. It's Chad Cole today. Explain why Hauser is so cheap. So let's look at some Kansas City hitters. I agree. Pittsburgh hasn't been good. Wait, you're a big Pittsburgh fan, Shaman. What? Oh. One good thing you have is a great ballpark and the best ballpark in the country, perhaps. I haven't seen San Francisco yet, so I can't say definitively that PNC is better, but PNC is better than any ballpark I've been to, and I've been to 26 ballparks. That's true. So no matter how bad your team is, you got that going for you. Beautiful ballpark. Who do we take? Kansas City. We're looking for Kansas City guys. Huh. I don't see any. Let's just make this simple for ourselves. Brian Reynolds. He's tempting to pick up too. What's he been doing? He's tempting to pick up too. Brian Reynolds. I'm going to be checking him out later today in my why are all the Kansas City players? Okay, Whit Merrifield. We should take him. We're taking him. Soler's injured. Maikel Franco's been okay. We need an outfielder. Josh Bell has been okay. Should we pick up Josh Bell? I really hope. So that's it for I don't see a lot of Kansas City other hitters. Ryan O'Hearn, no. Alex Gordon, no. Let's pick another bad team to go against. Boston. Let's take some Tampa Bay hitters. Isn't it sad? I'm so sad to say this. Or we could take Colorado hitters. They're at home. Angels hitters are hitting in Colorado. Let's do that. Let's sort by fantasy points per game for the last whatever. Jared Walsh, look at him. Charlie Blackmon, 4,300. We don't have a lot of money. Matt Kemp is available in Tout Wars 2. Matt Kemp. What do you guys think of Matt Kemp? He is intriguing because he hits in Colorado now. But look at him. He's 0-3. Let's look at his summary. No. I thought it said how he hits at home and on the road. It looks like he's been on the road for all of these big things. No, Matt Kemp is not good to pick up. Okay, we only need 2 outfielders. Let's get going. And then I'll let you guys go. And is Kemp playing much? I don't know. He's not hitting that much. So I don't think he's good to pick up. No. Game log. 9th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 11th. No, he's not playing every day. He's not getting at bats all the time. Actually, I mean, the past couple of days, but no, he's not pick-upable. Ramiel Tapia. We're sorting this by, God, no wonder. Because I only have one game check, so I'm only seeing Adam Duvall is going against Max Scherzer. We don't like that. Conforto against Ryu. We don't like that. We got Whit Merrifield, Cubbies, and Milwaukee. I just don't get why Hauser is so cheap. Does anybody know? Mountcastle. Okay, let's look for him. He plays first base. No, I don't want to do that because he's expensive. Why is he so much money, Mountcastle? He used to be cheap. I like Nunez for this one. Renato. Acuna's too expensive. We're going to get rid of him. Now let's pick 3 reasonably priced outfielders. Conforto, Ryu. Nelly Cruz against this youngster in Cleveland. Mondesi's getting hot. Mondesi has been really hot. Yes, Margot has been stealing bases. I was going to talk about him. I don't know if I should take him in daily, but he stole 5 bases this week. So that's pretty good. How about Buxton? Let's do some Buxton. Byron Buxton. He's always good to save a few bucks. And Verdugo is pretty good usually. I like Verdugo a lot of the times. And he bats leadoff. Let's see. Ozuna's been pretty hot too. He's going against Max Scherzer. Why? Look at Jose Iglesias. Underrated. Another player underrated. Jose Iglesias, completely underrated. That's the truth. All right, we have $4,400 to spend on 2 more outfielders, and that's what we're going to do right now. Mike Trout's always a good guess. He's playing in Colorado. Are you kidding me? Let's do it. Take Mike Trout in Colorado. And one more outfielder that we have, 3,800. Nelly Cruz. Oh, no. How about Ohtani in Colorado? That could be all right. How about Luis Robert? That's a must. Luis Robert. There's my team. Oh, the contest is filled, but we could use this lineup. Thank goodness we could use this lineup. Okay, everybody, I'll be keeping you informed on what is going on with my Tout Wars League that nobody probably cares about, but I do care about very much. And today, we have, let's see what we have going on today. That's my bids. Live scoring, my team. We have Charlie Morton, Andrew Haney, and Martin Perez I have too. I had to decide between Martin Perez and Logan Webb who I wanted to put in this today. But Bauer's just been crushing for me, and it's really all about pitching. But I don't think that anybody can catch me. I think I'm going to come in second for the week, and then I'm going to be in first place. And then I'm going to post that shit everywhere. Everywhere. Okay? For sure. Okay. Have a great day, everybody.